Alright, you guys know what time it is. We're gonna break down first round of playoffs, do a little Final Four preview, and yeah, just get it rolling. So we'll start here. MJC versus Joe, and MJC didn't bring rain. I know we all were expecting that, I'm sure. Yeah, pretty wild team setup from Matt. Kind of cool not bringing rain, making Ditto not as strong against him. Yeah, I mean, just looking at the team matchups in general, Togedemaru, really strong pick here. I think Dracovish looks really, I mean, Dracovish looks really good, especially if Toxicroak goes down. Yeah, I'm surprised no Aerodactyl on Joe's side. I think Zapdos is such a massive issue on Matt's team that you need an answer for it always. And just looking at Joe's team here, it doesn't seem like he was super prepped for Zapdos. Now, I don't think MJC Zapdos was running Heat Wave, but that would have been a pretty cool call, a good call on his end to hit like Avalugg or Ferrothorn with it. But just going around here, Togedemaru just being absolutely toxic with Fake Out, Toxic, and Nuzzle, and then it's got Iron Barbs and a Rocky Helmet. Yeah, just the absolute biggest hassle to deal with. Hurricane Miss, we are shocked to see it, truly, but it was made up for here. And like the confusion was super unlucky, but if he hit the Hurricane on the first turn anyway, you don't even have a chance to use Ferrothorn regardless, so at least you got a Leech Seed off. Yeah, but this is a tough spot now. No Ferrothorn means Dracovish's doors opening up little by little. Quagsire being annoying as always. Will-O-Wisp, really cool call. Let's see. Yeah, Scarf Rotom, that's what it was. Togedemaru just being a pain in the butt. Just all it does is just get in chip. And then a spiky shield. God, that is such a toxic set. That's so nasty. Yeah, I maybe predicting like a fighting move or something there, going to the bug type. Made sense to me. Yeah, Quagsire kind of walls here, unless he has Hidden Power Grass. Would have been kind of a cool call on Rotom this week, you know, since he has Swampert as well. But yeah, right now they're just kind of pivoting around each other. Togedemaru did more than enough this game. Yep. Man, I don't really know what I would do if I was in Joe's situation. You don't really have anything to switch, like into Zapdos, and then the rest of his team isn't fast enough to like really revenge kill it. Yeah, I guess Ditto is technically possibly an answer, being an electric type after an Imposters, but yeah, unaware Quagsire here, Wall and Dragon Dance Mew. Yeah, DDing again is not doing a whole lot for you. At this point, yeah, it would have been like Toxicroak as the play or something. And I mean, Psychic Fangs would have done more. Psychic Fangs did 21% the first time. But yeah, I mean, at this point, it's tough. It's it's pretty much GG's here. Outrage just kind of, I think, is able to clean up. Big time Drain Punch, though. It's pretty cool tech on Toxicroak. I think Matt just made the right call not bringing Rain. I think that's really what it came down to, and he just got himself a really good matchup. And then Scarf Dracovish ended up getting the speed tie on Ditto, and then went through Confusion and killed Rotom. So it just went crazy. Now, I think if Dracovish went down to the Ditto, it doesn't really matter. Because I'm pretty sure an 88% Zapdos lives a Vicious Rend. And then he can't lock himself into a dragon move either because of Gardevoir. I don't know. Maybe if he got the Vicious Rend off there, he's able to sweep. I don't think so. I have to imagine one of these between Heracross and Zapdos doesn't die to a Vicious Rend and is able to kill him back. But yeah, Matt's team just went stupid. Alright, moving on to the next one. We got Tommy versus Dodge. Oh yeah, this was the Pikachu game. Pikachu finally came out. Say big. We see screens, dual screens, Deoxys here. And Psycho Boost. I don't know if he's used that yet this year. Maybe he did like week 1 or something early on. But yeah, Tommy gets the glare off here. And really is just kind of free to throw off some attacks. Alright, so I am now having a recollection of this game. Azumarill's at 54% right here. It will not die to Leaf Storm through a light screen. However, it will do a ton to it through a light screen. So basically the situation is Serperior comes in, crits him through a Leaf Storm. Let's just walk down the road where that crit didn't happen. Azumarill ends up killing Serperior with Play Rough or whatever it went for, knockoff maybe. He has a Focus Sash on Poltegeist that he could go into and kill Azumarill the next turn. So Azumarill would be able to get off a kill Serperior and then get a Sash on Poltegeist. But if we kind of play out the rest of the game here, we'll see why that didn't totally matter, because Cresselia just can't die to like anything. Yeah, Cresselia just completely walls now that Azumarill's dead. So I don't think the crit really changed anything at the end of the day. I don't even know. I mean he might go into like Serperior on Garchomp or something later on in the game, but I don't think he went into Poltegeist at all. So like I don't know if Tommy necessarily would have seen that route if Azumarill had the Belly Drum up, killed Serperior to go into Poltegeist. Like that is like the optimal play. So I don't necessarily think that would have happened 100% of the time. Like that, it's not super obvious. Maybe he would have went into Cresselia on it, took a ton of damage. Like, I don't know. If I'm Tommy, I probably wouldn't have, like, thinking as Tommy, just because he's been known to run knockoff on Azu. But yeah, basically this whole game here is just like, I'm just going to put it on fast, because it's Cresselia not being able to die. Like, there's just nothing on Dodge's team that can do anything to Crest at this point. So he's just going to get his rocks up with Miltank, hit him with some Rocky Helmet damage. At this point, Dodge just needs like a crit, like a major crit. But yeah, Garchomp, a good chunk, but with Ice Beam, like that's going to kill through Light Screen. No crit. I actually didn't kill through Light Screen. I misremembered. But yeah, Tommy doesn't really have any reason not to just continually throw off Ice Beams, go into the ground type on Pikachu. Volt Tackle into Crest earlier. What did that do? Volt Tackle did do 42%. So yeah, Tommy made the smart switch there because Cresselia walled the other two Psychic types. And then yeah, Zygarde kind of cleans up from here. The crit was really shitty. Made the differential look really bad, but I think overall with the team that Dodge had, I think Cryogonal probably would have been a better call. Deals with Zygarde and Serperior really well. Maybe be able to get a Toxic off onto Cresselia or something. That'd be pretty nice. But yeah, he's going on vacation. He was a little busy. I'm not going to hold that against him. Alright, me versus Berg. Berg made a couple modifications to his team from the last time we played, but he brought the same 6. I swapped out Comfey for Slowking because I realized last time we played him, I didn't actually have a switch into Volcanion, and so I fixed that by bringing Slowking this time. I made the same lead with Crocodile, just in case he led Dragapult again. I would just get a Pursuit off on turn 1, but I always knew on Volcanion I can just go into Slowking and throw off a Future Sight. I debated hitting Teleport there, but I figured keeping my leftovers was going to be pretty important, and as we see here, he's actually Bug Bite Scissor, so like that would have done a ton to me. Future Sight's coming in on this turn. I just get my rocks up, get a little chip on Gastrodon there. Gastrodon actually does like 40-something% to Aggron, and since I'm not running Rest, I don't have any way to get health back, so Slowking has to be my switch in. And I'm just gonna keep on going with the Future Sights. I'm not messing around with Scissor this game. I'm just going into Aggron. I don't have to predict. I'm just gonna attack what's in front of me here because I know I need to burn that Akaberry. I'm actually, because of that Future Sight, I'm actually able to kill Gastrodon here with Earthquake, which is huge. Scalds are going to be a lot more free now. I know he still has a Water Absorber, but definitely like Scald here, especially with Scissor. Teleport out on the Dragapult. I made the mid-ground of going into Slowking on Dragapult because Shadow Ball, unless he was Specs, couldn't 2-hit KO me. And then if he was Specs, I had good information there and just go into Crocodile afterwards. Well, I'd just go Crocodile either way, but he goes for the Flamethrower, so I'm able just to teleport out. Once again, that's scouting to see if he's choiced or not. If he attacked, I knew he wasn't choiced, and I would still get my Regenerator back. So I go into Lele here on the Volcanion, basically because I clicked Teleport and I couldn't just stay in with Slowking. I was like, alright, I'm just gonna get some damage off here, maybe eat like a Sludge Wave or something. But I was Assault Vest, so figured that was pretty okay. Will-O-Wisp off of Volcanion was really cool. Let's see. Yep. Just gonna keep attacking what's in front of me here. Not gonna get messed up by that Scissor again. He's just getting a bunch of passive damage off. He's in range now. I was running the Calx. I figured he was physically defensive Volcanion based off of that psychic damage. And I get a ton of damage off of Dragon Pulse here as Charizard suicides with Flare Blitz. It was really awesome. Sceptile put in a ton of work right there, getting 2 kills. Still make the same middle ground play with Slowking here. I figure I always have Crocodile in the back just in case he goes for that Ghost move. Goes for a Drag move, just go Lele, whatever. Here, I scout the damage. I'm like, okay, it's 55%. I have a really good sense of what the Scissor is this time. So now I know I need to get it down to, I think it was like 35 to like 42 was Hidden Power Fire range through Akaberry, which meant that it would do 70 to 80% without the Akaberry. This sack of Darmanitan was confirmation since I was choice Scarf Darmanitan. I figured he was choiced because he kept switching out on my Slowking. That couldn't really do much to him. But this confirmed that he was choice Scarfed and not choice Specs. So I knew I was safe to go into Crocodile here and just click Pursuit. Even if he didn't switch out there, he's not doing much with me to Shadow Ball, so like I can just hit Pursuit again afterwards. Yep, and here I did just free Fire Punch again. Finally see Weezing come out, and this turn really sucked because I built an Aggron on my phone that was faster than base speed Weezing, and I forgot to transfer it onto Showdown. So I ended up being slower, which meant that my Heavy Slam here only did 46%. You know, you double that if I wasn't burnt. It's doing 92%. I would have killed him. But it is what it is. Yeah, no, I kind of choked in building that. But yeah, I can just pray to get through the confusion here. Get my chip down on this. Even if I didn't kill Wheezing here, or on this next turn specifically, if I didn't hit this Fire Punch, Confusion ended, which was dope. But yeah, I'd make him eat the Aqua Berry. He's at 68% now. That's a guaranteed hidden power fire range with Lele, and I'm faster. Say I didn't get through the Confusion or whatever, and I didn't hit him with the Fire Punch. I don't know which one's the better one to go to first. Maybe Crocodile. Yeah, maybe Crocodile. I don't know. I have Fire Fang on Crocodile, and basically it would have came down to needing to break the Aqua Berry with a 95% accurate Fire Fang, or break it guaranteed with like the hidden power fire, and then pray that my Fire Fang hits. Either way, I still had a 95% move to hit, and that was super scary at this time, because Scissor would have just beat the rest if I didn't actually end up hitting him. But that was a really good game by Berg. He played that super well. Alright, last one. Really the most suspenseful of them all. He learned from his lead last time not to lead Zero or into Scarf Darm. Got smart, went with the Primarina lead. Matches up really well into his team, actually. Primarina looks really good. I told E about this fire spinning Perish Trapping Altaria, which I think is so sick that it has the ability to do this. It's just with his team, he potentially has momentum on 4 Mons. He could have Volt Switch on Fortress. But yeah, he definitely is going to be running like momentum, either Volt Switch or U-turn on Electros, U-turn on Darm, and then, you know, maybe Baton Pass or U-turn on Lopunny. But if he's not running one of those, he's probably running Ice Punch. So with the team that Ty brought, it didn't actually end up making, like, it didn't work the way intended. But I'm really glad he brought it. I thought it was really cool. Glaciate Kirum's pretty interesting here. Getting some good chunk off with Mamo. Yep, Altaria, pretty clean answer here. That said, maybe I shouldn't have showed him this Fire Spinning song set, because if he was Defog Altaria and just went for the Defog there, he has a much, much higher chance of winning this game. I mean, that's hindsight, obviously, but not a ton of great Reptar switch-ins, as we can see. With that speed drop, it gets a little scary that maybe like a flamethrower or something would be coming off from Eel. I don't necessarily agree with the Ice Shard because of the Giga Drain possibility. So I don't think Ice Shard does 30% to Eel. I think just going for an Icicle Crash there would have been a better play on E's end, because if he does go for the Giga Drain, he's going to get a bunch of health back, and hopefully Icicle Crash into Ice Shard could kill the next time. And now maybe he ran the calc and realized that 30% is what Ice Shard would have done, but yeah. 1% burn. Love the nickname. Goes boom on Chestnut. Now here, I think with Mamoswine being so low, I probably would have just kept Mamoswine in there and just kept Earthquaking until I died, or maybe even Icicle Crashing or something. I think having Chestnut healthy is pretty important still. But yeah, we'll move on. Zeraora switching in. Try to get the sub off. I thought that was a pretty cool idea, because maybe he would have went for the U-turn and it wouldn't have done 25%. But at this point, Ty was just sacking Eel. So and that substitute actually ends up being pretty critical later on, because it's at 69% right now. Good U-turn on Ty's part to get the threat in. Primarina easily eats up that freeze dry, and that is such a fat Kyurem. And then it's got the weakness policy boost and everything. Okay, so this is the play I really didn't like. I think Primarina has done its job. At 30%, what are you saving it for? It is slower than everything on the team, and it's going to die to everything. At least Chestnut might be able to live like a Shadow Sneak or something for Mimikyu, or a Shadow Claw if he's not running Play Rough. I don't know, you might be able to Spiky Shield Chip. I don't think Primarina's doing anything here. And you guys can't see it off the screen, but Tyler got down to 10 seconds for his turn on that play, and he got down to 20 seconds on his timer. So like these guys they're thinking, and it's getting down to it. They got to just click their moves. I think this was a really, really big misplay on E's part, though. I think Primarina just had to get sacked, and not Chestnut. That way you just have a free switch to Gengar. You still have a Chestnut at like 50%. And he actually was Scarf Gengar, able to outspeed Darmanitan, which was really cool. E got down to 5 seconds on this turn, and just, I guess, wasn't paying attention to it. SD up, and that was it. Yep, timer lost. So basically what I was saying in the Discord, Zeraora is at 69%. Pretty unfortunate substitute, because had he not subbed, he would have lived a Shadow Sneak, meaning he could have just Plasma Fisted, and then he was running knockoff otherwise. I don't know the calc on Delopony, what Plasma Fist would have done, but you know, maybe he could have bulked up. Yeah, I don't know. This game was far from over for sure. So what I would have done in this situation to continue on, I would have saved Gengar since it's Scarfed and I can Dazzling Gleam the last two. I sack Primarina here. Hopefully he takes a little Life Orb recoil. I go into Zeraora. Now I'm at 69%. If he kills me with Shadow Sneak, it's game over anyway, because he's going to kill the rest of my team regardless. But if I live, then I still have Scarf Gengar in the back and I win. So yeah, just unfortunate that it came down to timer. First time that's happened since we started in 2 seasons. But yeah, it was a really, really, really good game up to that point. That was a really fun one to watch. All right, we're gonna switch on over here to our preview.